Hey, what's up guys? Mint-City here, back again with another video, and today I am doing a quick and casual guide for Rampart. I've been maining Rampart since the end of Season 7, start of Season 8 when I got back into the game from playing it the first and second seasons. And I love her personality, I love her as a character. I had a lot of fun playing with her even before her ultimate buff, which we will get into later. But I think a lot of people still overlook Rampart. I think she's in a good spot. She's definitely not one of the best legends in the game, but she is one of the most fun to play, and I think she's extremely underrated to this day. And you can easily main Rampart exclusively till the end of Diamond and into Masters. Easily. Until Masters, you can use her in ranked. So just keep that in mind. Don't feel like you have to main another legend if you want to main Rampart, if you're just trying to get to Masters, because you can easily get to Masters with Rampart. Now let's get into the start of the guide. Now Rampart's passive is super useful and people don't abuse it as much as they should. Her passive allows her to have more bullets in a mag in an LMG and a faster reload. So with the Devo right here, I'll shoot a couple shots right here. You reload, look how fast that reload is. And of course we have a purple mag on, but 55 bullets in a mag with a fully spun up Devo is insane. So abuse this. Some of the most powerful weapons in this game are LMGs. We have the Rampage, which everyone hates, but in Rampart's hands, it's even deadlier. We have the Spitfire, which everyone hated so much that it's in the care package, and now you can still use the Spitfire, and it's a care package weapon, which is even more brutal in Rampart's hands. So don't be misconstrued. Don't let people talk you out of using LMGs and abusing it, because that is part of Rampart's kit, and that's part of what makes her so fun to play. Now, with her walls, this is her tactical. You place a wall, this is how long it gets put up. Now, the blue side, you can shoot through. The red side, you do not want to be seeing the red side of a Rampart wall, and it will block your bullets. Now, when you're shooting through it, it will up your damage. So we'll do one bullet, 16, 19 through. So it'll automatically up your damage through the wall. Now, these walls have a lot more uses than just sitting behind a wall and camping, because a lot of the Ramparts you find, especially in pubs, they are just sitting here in their little box or a little building, blocking up the doors and camping and not using movement. Apex is a movement-based game. The higher skilled you get and the higher skilled lobbies you get, the more you need to utilize movement to the best of its ability. So you don't want to just be using Rampart to camp in buildings. However, in ranked, that's a lot more viable. Now say there's a door right here. You can use this to block doors, and people cannot open them, and they're going to have to bust the door, and then they're going to have to climb over your walls. Now, when doing that, you can triple stack walls, which sounds absolutely ridiculous, but say your team, you have no choice but to camp in this building. You're completely surrounded and you're just holding down the fort. If you triple stack walls, sometimes if you space them out well enough, which I didn't do here, but if you space them out well enough, you can make them kind of stagger as they're getting inside. So let me see if I can do that right now. If you spread them out just enough, it'll kind of space them out to where it kind of staggers the team, and they're not allowed to get on the ground and fully sprint. So do that. If there's only 2 entrances, do that to both of the entrances and hold it down. I've won many and clutched many games by myself by doing that simple trick. And don't feel free to double stack walls while you have time to set up. And now, play Rampart aggressively. With her walls, like I was saying, you don't want to just camp behind them. Stagger them out. Put one, sit for a second, go put it at a diagonal, and this will be very useful for your teammates to do as well. You want to use her walls as points to use movement to and get to the next wall and point of cover. She's the only legend in Apex Legends that can provide cover that you can shoot through, and you need to abuse that and be aggressive with that. Now, Rampart is almost like Mirage in a way, because when people see you, especially when they see you and a Rampart wall, they're going to automatically shoot at any wall that you put up. And it doesn't even matter, and half the time they don't check if you're even behind it. So use her walls as kind of a distraction. place a wall and relocate and shoot at them from a different perspective as they're shooting your wall, because they will reveal their position and expose themselves shooting a wall that doesn't even have you behind it. So use the walls aggressively, constantly be placing them down as you're just playing the game and using movement, constantly be placing them down and utilize them to your best of your ability to benefit your team in an aggressive play style. And use them as distractions, similar to how Mirage uses his holograms. So that is her walls. There's a lot of uses. There's a lot of movement tech, which I will leave out of this. There's a lot of movement tech that uses this little mantle here. A lot of movement tech where you can do super glides off of it. You can use it to change direction and kind of almost do a tap strafe in a way. So we won't do that in this guide, but just know that her walls are extremely beneficial and you can use them in a diverse array of instances. Now with her ultimate, people use her ultimate wrong all the damn time, and it drives me nuts. This ult, you can carry it now. I played Rampart when you had to place it down like this, and it was miserable. It took forever. It was basically useless. You basically had to set it up when people didn't know you were there, or you had to set it up preemptively and hope people run into you. But with this ultimate buff, it is so useful. Let's charge this up real quick on the charge tower and we can get into it. Now, with this ultimate, you can use this off of an Octane jump pad. You can use it while you're sliding down. There's a lot of movement options. Also, when you take a Horizon tactical, it doesn't shake you back and forth with your aim. It just lasers. It's crazy. So don't be afraid to whip this out, especially when there's a movement tactical from a teammate or an enemy. You can really, really abuse this. Now, with her ultimate specifically, don't use it up close unless you're bursting down doors. Say this is a door right here. People will hold doors against Rampart all the effing time, or they'll be waltzing by them. Even when you're Rampart, people totally underestimate it. Blast down that door instantly. Take it out, literally get an easy knock, and you can place a wall and blast down the door if you're worried that they are prepared for you to do so. It's crazy. You will get free knocks all the time. You will clutch all the time off of that. And in ranked specifically, when people are trying to push you, when your team is holed up in final circle, you can get some crazy clutches, which I posted to this YouTube channel before, the usefulness and how to use her ult. Now, a lot of people use her ult up close, like it's an up close weapon, but you are slowed down so much. Your movement is non-existent when you're doing this. And it's bad. You don't want to use it up close unless you're lasering through doorways. You want to use it medium to long range, which sounds kind of insane because it's a turret. But the longer you shoot her ultimate, the more accurate it gets, and the more controllable the recoil is. Now, here's another thing: as soon as you're done pouring out your clip, you get another free version of the ultimate that you can keep on railing on people. Abuse the placement, and your teammates can use it, and this has unlimited bullets on it. You can reload it as much as you want until it's destroyed. People do not utilize the placement enough. Abuse this. But like I said, medium to long range. Now, with the ultimate as well, people forget that this has a laser that is visible to enemy teams when it's fully spun up. You see that red laser right there? That is a huge warning sign to enemies that you have your ultimate and you have it spun up. And they're going to take cover, or they're not going to behave the same way they would if they didn't know that you had your ult spun up. So with that red laser specifically, if you have a team and they're kind of unaware of your presence, you want to spin it up and kind of aim it at something that they will not see. Because this laser is limitless. You will see it across the map, man. Look at that distance. It's hitting the mountain up there. You want to hide that laser on something close to you and use your peripheral vision over here, and then line up the shot when you're spun up and use it. So always do that. You can even put it on this little thing right here and it'll block it, and then all you have to do is move right there or move right there. Another way is, say this is cover and you're behind cover and someone's pushing you, obviously spin it up beforehand and boom, do this. Now you can use the the hip fire. I prefer using this. It's a little bit more accurate for me, but honestly the hip fires get small right off the bat too. So hip fire or not, it doesn't really matter. Just make sure you're spinning it up, hiding that laser until you're ready to shoot the enemy. So that's the main uses of the ultimate. Just to recap, a small short recap for everything I've gone over. Use Rampart's walls in every situation possible. Stagger them out and play aggressively with Rampart unless you're forced to hold up in a building. And if you're forced to hold up in a building, use it to block doors and shoot through doorways with the ultimate. With the ultimate, use to medium to long range engagements. Spin it up, hide the laser, then attack with it. The ultimate is crazy. You will get so many knocks, but the key with Rampart is you need to play her, and she's very situational. She's very, very situational, and you need to learn when and in what situations to use her walls and what situations to use her ultimate, and you'll feel it out, and pretty soon you will be pub stomping with Rampart. Again, I'm a top 0.3% Rampart in Apex Legends, and I'm by no means the best Rampart player. Just no one plays her, and I think she's extremely fun, especially for new players. So if you're looking to get into her, definitely main her, try her out. She is disgusting in pubs because people will automatically misjudge you and underestimate you just by the simple fact you're playing Rampart. But if you play Rampart aggressively, people will crap their pants and you'll be able to crap on them. So I hope this guide helps you out, and maybe you've learned something or just like realized something that you necessarily didn't realize before. If it did, please leave a like, pop a sub, and comment down below why you want to main Rampart or why you do main Rampart, and leave some of your tips and tricks in the comment section down below. I'm sure I missed some. I'm just trying to keep this casual and short for you guys. I hope it's been useful. Thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. Check out any of my content in the links in the description down below. And I hope you guys are staying safe and take it easy.